My name is Daniel Harris, and until a few months ago, I thought I understood what respect meant in a relationship. I believed that if you trusted someone deeply enough, nothing could shake that bond. But I learned the hard way that trust isn't proven when things are easy. It's tested when someone gives you a reason to walk away. It all started one Friday evening when my girlfriend, Lily, invited me over to her apartment. She looked nervous, pacing near the kitchen island. "There's something I need to tell you," she said. My heart sank a little. Those words never start good conversations. "Okay," I said cautiously. "What's up?" She took a breath. "My ex, Aaron, he's coming to town. He doesn't have anywhere to stay, and I told him he could crash here for a week." I blinked, waiting for the part where she'd laugh and say she was joking. She didn't. "You're letting your ex stay with you?" I asked slowly. "Just for a week," she said quickly. "We're still friends, and I didn't think it was a big deal." I stared at her, trying to process the calmness in her voice. "You didn't think it was a big deal to have your ex live here? With you? While we're together?" She crossed her arms defensively. "Daniel, you're overreacting. I'm telling you because I care about transparency. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to come over that week." Her words hit harder than she probably realized. "If you're uncomfortable, you can leave." It wasn't said with cruelty, but the message was clear. My feelings were optional. I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I just nodded. "Thanks for letting me know," I said quietly, and left. The next few days were a blur of silence and overthinking. My friends had 1,000 opinions. Some said I should confront her, others said I should end it immediately. But I wanted to see what her actions would reveal. Sometimes people tell you who they are. Other times, they show you. That weekend, she didn't text much. No calls, no check-ins, just a few dry messages about work and busy days. Out of curiosity, and maybe a little self-torture, I checked her social media. There it was, a group photo at a cafe. Lily, smiling. Aaron, sitting beside her. His hand resting casually on the back of her chair. The caption read, "So good to catch up after years apart." I felt something inside me harden. Not jealousy, but clarity. She'd made her choice. That night, I wrote her a message. "I hope you two have a great week. Don't worry about me being uncomfortable. I won't be around to make things awkward." Then I turned off my phone. For the next few days, I focused on myself, something I hadn't done in far too long. I went running every morning, spent evenings with friends, even picked up an old hobby I'd abandoned. Slowly, the ache started to fade. A week later, Lily texted me, "Hey, Aaron's gone. Can we talk?" Against my better judgment, I agreed to meet her at our usual coffee spot. She arrived looking tired but relieved, like someone expecting forgiveness. "I'm glad you came," she said softly. "I just want to explain." I nodded. "Go ahead." "Nothing happened," she started. "He slept on the couch, and we just talked. I didn't want to hide it from you, and I thought being honest was the best thing." I let her finish, then said, "Being honest doesn't mean being considerate. You told me I could leave if I didn't like your decision. That's not honesty, that's dismissal." She opened her mouth, then closed it again. "I didn't mean it like that," she whispered. "I just didn't think it would bother you this much." I smiled sadly. "That's exactly the problem, Lily. The fact that you didn't think it would." She looked down at her coffee, fidgeting with the spoon. "I guess I didn't think I'd lose you over something like this." I took a deep breath. "You didn't lose me because of your ex. You lost me because you gave me a choice between my dignity and your comfort. And I finally chose myself." Her eyes filled with tears. "Daniel, please don't do this. We can fix it." I shook my head gently. "No, we can't. Because the next time something makes me uncomfortable, I already know what you'll say, that I can leave." We sat in silence for a long moment before I stood up. She reached out, touching my arm. "I really did care about you," she said softly. "I know," I replied. "You just didn't care enough to protect us." And with that, I walked out. The weeks that followed were unexpectedly peaceful. I thought heartbreak would feel heavier, but it didn't. It felt like breathing after holding your breath too long. People often think closure comes from conversations or apologies, but sometimes it comes from silence, the kind that tells you everything you need to know. Months later, I heard Lily had started dating someone new. When a mutual friend asked if I was okay hearing that, I smiled. Of course, I said. I hope she's learned to make space for someone else's comfort this time. Because in the end, that experience taught me something vital. Love isn't about testing boundaries or pretending independence. It's about mutual respect, the kind where you don't have to choose between being valued and being present. Now, whenever someone asks me how I knew it was over, I tell them the truth. It wasn't when she let her ex stay over. It was when she told me I could leave. Because that's the moment I realized love doesn't ask you to step aside. It asks you to stay, together, and be considered. And when someone forgets that, the most powerful thing you can do isn't to fight for their attention. It's to walk away with your self-worth intact.